Thomas Alva Edison was born on February 11, 1847, in Milan, Ohio. He was the seventh and last child of Samuel and Nancy Edison. His father was a political activist who had fled Canada after participating in a failed revolution. His mother was a former schoolteacher, who became the greatest influence in his early education. Edison grew up in a modest home, filled with books and ideas. He was curious from the very beginning, asking endless questions and often getting into trouble for trying to take apart objects just to see how they worked. At the age of 7, Edison began school, but it didn't last long. His teachers found him difficult to manage, calling him addled and unteachable. His mind wandered too much, and he couldn't sit still. His mother, convinced of her son's potential, pulled him out of school and decided to teach him at home. This decision would change everything. With a small library and endless encouragement, Edison began to teach himself. He read books far beyond his age, including works on science, engineering, and philosophy. His hunger for knowledge was insatiable. By the time he was 12, Edison had set up a small chemistry lab in the basement of his home. He spent hours experimenting, mixing chemicals, and reading scientific journals. To fund his experiments, he began selling newspapers and snacks on a local train. While working on the train, he installed a tiny laboratory in one of the cars, continuing his experiments between stops. One day, a chemical spill caused a fire, and he was thrown off the train. Yet, he didn't stop. In fact, this event pushed him to keep building and learning on his own. As a teenager, Edison developed a growing interest in telegraphy. He learned Morse code and became skilled enough to work as a telegraph operator. This job would become his gateway to invention. The telegraph system fascinated him. It was the first time he truly saw how electricity could send information across long distances. He began modifying the machines, inventing faster, more efficient versions. It was during these years that Edison realized he wanted to dedicate his life to invention. He wanted to solve problems, make life easier, and leave his mark on the world. At the age of 22, Edison moved to Boston, where he took a job working with the Western Union Telegraph Company. His time at Western Union would serve as a crucial turning point in his career. It was here that he first had the opportunity to work on real-world inventions, including improving the design of telegraph machines. But Edison was no ordinary inventor. He didn't just make small tweaks. He sought to revolutionize the entire system, and he quickly began to gain a reputation as a brilliant young engineer. His first patent came at the age of 23, and it was for an improved version of the voting machine. Edison's early inventions were mostly related to telegraphy and electrical systems. But his big breakthrough came in 1877, when he developed the phonograph, the first machine capable of recording and reproducing sound. This invention would change the world of entertainment and communications forever. The phonograph was a sensation, and soon Edison's name became synonymous with innovation. He was now not just an inventor, but a symbol of progress and possibility. In 1879, Edison made another breakthrough, the invention of the incandescent light bulb. While others had been working on similar ideas, Edison's design was far more efficient, reliable, and practical for everyday use. His light bulb revolutionized the way people lived. No longer would homes be illuminated by oil lamps or candles. Edison's light bulb provided a safe, inexpensive, and efficient alternative, leading to the widespread adoption of electric lighting around the world. Despite the acclaim, Edison faced many challenges. His work was often met with resistance, particularly from competitors. One of the most notable battles was with Nikola Tesla, a fellow inventor who had a very different approach to electricity. Tesla advocated for alternating current, AC, while Edison strongly promoted direct current, DC. This led to the so-called War of Currents, a fierce rivalry that would define much of Edison's career. Though Edison lost the battle for supremacy of DC, his contributions to the development of electrical systems were undeniable. Throughout his life, Edison continued to innovate. He was involved in many fields, including motion pictures, where he helped develop the first motion picture camera. Edison's influence extended beyond just the inventions he created. He built an empire of research and development. He established Menlo Park, one of the world's first industrial research laboratories, where he employed hundreds of workers to help bring his ideas to life. Edison's ability to lead and inspire a team of scientists and engineers was as integral to his success as his individual inventions. In the 1880s, Edison also worked on improving the electric power distribution system. He designed a system that would bring electricity to cities and homes. His work in this area led to the establishment of the Edison Electric Light Company, which later became General Electric, GE, one of the largest and most influential corporations in the world today. Edison's vision of a world powered by electricity became a reality, and his work helped lay the foundation for the modern electrical grid that we rely on today. Throughout his career, Edison was granted over 1,000 patents. His work spanned a wide range of fields, including telephony, electric power, motion pictures, and even alkaline storage batteries. He also founded numerous companies that helped commercialize his inventions. However, despite his immense success, Edison faced many failures, which he never let deter him. He believed that every failure was just a lesson, a step closer to a breakthrough. He often said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." In his later years, Edison became more of an icon than an active inventor. He was revered as the Wizard of Menlo Park and was celebrated for his remarkable contributions to the modern world. However, he never lost his passion for invention. Even in his 80s, he continued to work on new ideas. One of his last major inventions was the alkaline storage battery, which became the precursor to modern rechargeable batteries. Though he slowed down in his later years, his mind remained sharp, and his curiosity never faded. Edison's journey in the world of invention didn't stop at just the phonograph and light bulb. One of his most significant contributions came when he focused on the creation of a system to deliver electrical power to entire cities. At a time when most homes were still lit by candles and oil lamps, Edison envisioned a future where electricity would light up homes, power factories, and revolutionize the way people lived. This vision led to his establishment of the first central power station in 1882 in New York City. The Pearl Street Station, as it was called, became the world's first power plant, and it provided power to over 400 customers in the downtown area. This success marked the birth of the modern electric utility industry. Edison's power system was revolutionary, but it wasn't without its challenges. As he tried to expand the use of electricity across the country, he faced fierce opposition from those who championed the competing alternating current, AC, system, led by Nikola Tesla and George Westinghouse. The conflict between Edison's direct current, DC, and Tesla's AC became known as the War of Currents. The battle between the two systems intensified, and Edison tried to discredit AC by publicly demonstrating the dangers of alternating current, including a famous public execution of an elephant with AC to show how dangerous it could be. Despite Edison's efforts, alternating current eventually became the dominant system for electrical power transmission, and the War of Currents ended with a victory for Tesla and Westinghouse. The War of Currents may have marked a setback for Edison, but it didn't diminish his legacy. By the time he passed away in 1931, Edison had made over 1,000 inventions and held patents for his work in various fields such as telegraphy, motion pictures, and sound recording. Many of these inventions changed the world, but perhaps the most significant was the creation of the electric light bulb and the systems that powered it. These two achievements alone transformed daily life for millions of people and paved the way for future generations to continue innovating. Edison's life is a reminder that great innovation doesn't come without sacrifice and hard work. His success was not a result of sheer brilliance alone but a culmination of relentless effort, trial, and error. He once famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Edison embodied this philosophy in everything he did, often working long hours in his lab, experimenting and testing thousands of ideas. His legacy endures in the world of technology, and he is still celebrated as one of the greatest inventors of all time. Today, Edison's inventions continue to shape the world in ways he could never have imagined. His work laid the foundation for modern electrical systems, entertainment, and communications. Although some of his inventions were eventually replaced or improved upon, the impact of his work is undeniable. Whether we are flipping on a light switch, watching a movie, or listening to music, we are experiencing the fruits of his labor. Thomas Edison's legacy is truly a lasting one, and his influence on the modern world will never be forgotten. Thomas Edison passed away on October 18, 1931, at the age of 84, in West Orange, New Jersey. His death marked the end of an era in innovation and invention. He had lived through a time of extraordinary technological change, from the advent of the telegraph to the widespread use of electricity. His legacy continues to shape the world we live in, and his contributions to science and technology will never be forgotten. Edison's life was a testament to the power of persistence, creativity, and the unwavering belief that one person can change the world. Thank you for watching this journey through the life of one of history's greatest inventors. Thomas Edison's story is a testament to the power of persistence and creativity. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the brilliant minds who changed the world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below with your thoughts about Edison's legacy, and tell us which inventor you'd like to learn about next. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories of the people who shaped our world.